Hello and welcome back to Throwback Thursday. Sorry I haven't been doing a lot of these lately. In fact, I haven't done any for the past month or so. I've had a technical difficulty that kept me from doing these videos, but I'm doing one today. And I'm back with Star Control 2. I just wanted to show you a few hints and tricks and tell you a few things about it. I would like to tell you a little bit about how to win at Star Control 2 without giving everything away, without giving away major spoilers. I want to help guide you through this very difficult game, and it is very difficult, it is very unforgiving, and there are a lot of skills that you need to develop if you're going to win it, especially if you want to win it on your first try. So one of the things that you're going to need to be good at is the battle system, right? The super melee. Well, in the menu, you go to space battles just by going to super melee. In the adventure game, you get into space battles by getting ships and going into to other places and exploring in different places, and then talking to alien races, and sometimes some of them will attack you. Now here I have a few ships recommended. These are some ships that may or may not attack you during your travels. So I think you should get familiar with these ships. In order to avoid spoilers, I've mixed in some ships that will probably not attack you, as well as some ships that probably will. But take note of what these are. We've got, let's see, starting up here, we've got Slylandro, Ilrath, Chenjesu, Druge, Umga, Kor-Ah, Belnorme, and in the bottom we got Mycon, Ors, Thradash, Spathi, Ur-Quan, and Yahat. And you'll notice that each one has a number. See the number on the right-hand side of the screen, right under the larger ship portrait. That number is the value, the point value of that ship. So if that number is very large, like if that number is 30, that's the maximum number. That ship is worth a lot of points. It is supposed to be very difficult to defeat. Whereas if that ship is worth very few points, like this one is worth only 7, then that ship is supposed to be easy to defeat, or at least relatively easy to defeat. On your side, I'm just going to go with the new Alliance ships. These are ships that you might potentially recruit during your travels. You'll notice that some of them have a lot of points, like this is a 30-point ship, and this is a 5-point ship, and a 10-point ship, and a 6-point ship. All right, so nothing left to do but to do it. All right. So you'll notice that our opponent picked a random ship. I'm going to pick a random ship just to go against him. Bam. All right. Whoa, hi. Okay, he's got a Umga ship. And I'm going to try to... Notice that my shots are... Oh crap, I was distracted by talking. And I didn't get to really kill him much. That's okay. So I'm going to have to grab a ship that can either get around him or that can maybe shoot through that cone. Maybe this ship can shoot around that side. Pretty sure this is not going to work, but it could. Okay, so each ship has an attack, which is usually enter, and a special, which is shift. All right. For the random ship, the attack is a missile. The special is a point defense laser, which will pretty powerful, and they will home in on an enemy target. But if the enemy your ship, it's not going to do much. Okay, so I hit him once. You'll see that he lost a few crew. Your crew are your hit points. Let's see. If this guy comes up, if the Slylandro probe comes up, I encourage you to get good at attacking it with this guy, because you get one of these Spathy ships in the very early game, and if you can defeat the Spathy ship, can defeat the Slylandro probe without taking any damage. That is the one minor spoiler I will give you. It's kind of not a spoiler to say that you get one of these in the early game, because I showed you that in my last video, and that's so early in the game that it's basically the introduction. These guys are really hard to hit. You'll notice I'm having a hard time. But the good thing is they don't do much damage, right? The Spathy ship, look at my crew. The Spathy ship has a lot of crew. The crew act as hit points, okay? Now every time you, by the way, I'm using the shift key because this is the special attack. It's a torpedo comes out of the rear part of the ship. Backwards utilized tracking torpedo, which is an acronym that spells butt, for those of you who are paying attention. So these butt torpedoes, they're pretty awesome. Because the Spathy ship is fast, you can often lure enemies to following you and hit them with the butt torpedoes. I don't know why I call them butt torpedoes, because butt is an acronym that has the word torpedo in it, but it just seems weird to say hit them with the butts. All right. That was the most crude joke that you're going to hear on my channel today. All right, so so this guy, it takes a while to get this guy down, because you'll notice that my Spathy ship does not do much damage, and it's hard to get it. But every single hit is a little victory, because this guy can't regenerate crew. There's very few ships that can regenerate crew. I think there's only one in this game. Right. This guy. Okay. All right. So when you're facing a new ship, you always got to be careful. Try not to let them hit you. Most ships in the direction that they're facing. I think that's pretty straightforward. So in doubt, just avoid the direction that they're facing. And the map wraps around. So if they're going too fast for you, you can always go away from them, and then you'll be ahead of where they are. You'll notice every time this ship shoots, he moves a little bit. It gives him an impulse. Like this cannon is so big, it moves the ship around, and it'll move you if it hits you. Because Sir Isaac Newton, he's still the guy that exists at this time. And his law. All right. You'll notice that this guy is hitting his own crew for energy because he regenerates energy. So and he does a total Okay, now he's only got one guy left. Got him. All right, the Spathy ship is one of my favorites. Get good at it. It should become one of your favorites too, because Captain Flippo. Flippo is. By the way, if you play this game and Flippo does not survive, then he's a heartless person. Because Flippo is amazing. It's just so cool. Alright, now you'll notice with this guy, the Mycon ship, he can hit himself with his own shots if you're clever. If you got a fast ship. The Spathy ship is pretty fast. Let's see. This is an Ur-Quan ship. They're powerful. That was bad tactical error on my part. I should not have done that. All right, but it's good because I get to show you some of these other ships. It's not the best ship for this scenario, but you know what? I'm going to play a Druge. Damn, I hit him twice. Almost hit him again. Alright. Now, with this Druge ship, you may find that accelerating with your engine actually slows you down because your cannon does not have a limited maximum speed accelerate you to. Okay, I did quite a bit of damage there, even though I wasn't using the best possible ship for the job. So that's good news. Let's use this guy now that he's low on health. He had one of my favorite ships. Not that fast, but they've got a great shield. Notice I shielded. One thing you can say about battles is that they're usually over at least somewhat quick. Now, if the enemy plays hide and seek from you, if they run and hide, the battle can last long. If you use your shield a whole bunch. Still, I did pretty good damage to him. Alright, alright. Let's play this guy. This... Brass ship is kind of similar to the Druge in the sense that it has a thing. Right? The afterburners, it's shift. Out of the rear end, and it can make you go very fast. It does have a limit on how fast you can go, but that limit is pretty high. Notice I end up going periods of time without using anything. It's because I'm trying to recover all my that battery on the side. Okay. far on this guy, but it just goes in a straight line. It doesn't track or anything, and it only does 1 damage. So, I mean, you can use that attack. One hit point left. He's got 1 hit point left. All right. Time for a little overkill. Ain't no kill like it. All right, the Chimera ship has some zap sats. It's got little satellites that go around, and they shoot things for you. It's actually really awesome. And it's got a tractor. Damn. And it ionizes the solar winds around it with its beam. It's basically one of those ships. Glad I won that. Really glad I won that. Go! And now I don't have any more zap satellites. For this guy. Space Marines are very bad. I'll show you how bad they are. They're that bad. They'll blow you up. They're actually crew, so he loses hit points in order to do that. But he gets them back at the end if he's clever. Go! Aurelu ship. I'm using the Aurelu ship. We'll see if I can with it. It has a teleport, and it always goes its maximum speed. Just got hit, which is bad because I only have like 6 total, 3 remaining. Go! But his weapon automatically locks the direction of the enemy. So that's pretty good. Only does 1 damage, but it can do that 1 damage a lot. Oh. Okay, the Ur-Quan cloaks. You can't lock onto him. He's cloaked with the Aurelu. All right, but let me show you a trick with the Ur-Quan. All right, so you'll get to know these enemy ships. And you get to know the personalities of the aliens as well. The personalities of the aliens are fairly consistent. As any good science fiction knows, all aliens are basically the same personality. All aliens basically have one. Yeah, the Shovixty Scout cannot defeat very many enemy ships, but it can defeat the it can defeat those guys, the Ur-Quan. Now you notice I blew my own ship up and it did quite a bit of damage to the enemy, so that's not so bad. All right, lastly, will be this guy. Go! All right, with him you have to hold down Shift and Enter in order to send out a Marine. Pretty complicated. All right, so that was my brief overview of a lot of the ships that you're going to fly and fight against and fight with against your enemies. Practice a fight like this one. This is one of the ideal fights to practice, especially if you practice flying the Spaffy against the enemy Slylandra. That's a fight that will come up in the game a lot. So get to know these ships, get to know how they act in combat, get to know how powerful they are, and that way you'll know how scared you should be when you find, you know, 5 of these guys in flying around in the galaxy. Happy hunting, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed watching. You'll notice that I set this guy to good cyborg. There's also an awesome cyborg and a weak cyborg. The weak cyborg will not use special weapons, so I don't recommend training on it. I recommend training on a good cyborg or an awesome cyborg. There doesn't seem to be a ton of difference between good and awesome, except you get an awesome picture. Yeah, so happy hunting, everybody. I hope you enjoy the full game, the adventure game, as much as I do. And maybe next time I'll have some gameplay in the adventure game itself. Please rate this video, even if you hated it, and leave comments about what you liked or what you hated. And hopefully I'll do better next time, or even better next time. Thank you very much. And I'm LanceVader. Fly with awesome. Be awesome. Stay awesome. I don't really know what to say at the end yet. I'll get better at this.